everybody. Hello, everyone. It is the third Tuesday of 2024, and I am super excited to be back in the chat box with you. I'm your host, Jabrina Speaks, and it is a new year. Happy New Year to each and every one of you. It is a blessing to start the chat box this third. Did I say Thursday? This third Tuesday. If I said Thursday, please forgive me. This third Tuesday. And so it is a blessing to be back in the chat box with me. God has given a new vision. And so this particular season of the chat box is called Real, Relatable, and Raw Conversations. Happy New Year, Aaron. Happy New Year. I'm so excited to have you join in. And so I have some amazing guests on tonight. I'm so excited about the conversation on tonight. Before I bring each of these women on, I want you to go ahead and hit the share button. Go ahead and hit the share button because I believe that you're going to be blessed on tonight with what these women are going to talk about. And so our topic tonight is collaboration versus competition. And so I know that is a big conversation a lot of individuals have. And so I'm about to bring my guests on tonight. Go ahead and hit the share button. Hey, Vicky, go ahead and hit the share button on tonight because we're about to get started in this great conversation. Let people know to join you in the chat box with me. Hey, Mary, how you doing? And so I'm going to bring up these ladies, and yeah, we're about to have some great conversation on tonight. And so I'm going to each each of them in. And so again, it is the third Tuesday of January. And so this is the first night I am back in the chat box. I am back in Florida. I am super excited. And so we're going to bring up our first guest on tonight. And so I'm going to bring Maggie to the stage. We have Maggie Lane in the chat box with us on tonight. Let's give Maggie a round of applause. Yay, Maggie. Yay, Maggie.
Hi.
I am going to bring up our next guest, which is Cherolyn Davis. So, hey, Cherolyn.
Hi, everybody.
How you doing? How you doing? And so last but not least, we're going to bring our next sister up, which is Miss Mavis Hopper.
Hey,
Hey,
everyone. Hi.
And so I wanted to bring these ladies on. I listen, I would not have it any other way to kick off the chat box, the first chat box of 2024 without these ladies. And so because this topic is so good for everybody, I wanted to bring these ladies on because you should know who these ladies are. If you came to the movies with us in December, you should know exactly who these ladies are because we are the team that bought. It was titled 100 Women in Unity, in Color Purple, but we went over 100. And so these are the faces behind that big event. And so I want to go around the room and I want these ladies to introduce themselves to the audience on today and on tonight. And so we're going to start off with Maggie. Maggie, can you tell our audience who you are and a little bit about you?
Hi, I'm Maggie Lane, and I am the founder of Dreamers Like Me, a group where I host events monthly for women to come and have a free space to connect with like-minded individuals and just have fun and let their hair down and have conversations, good food, and fun and laughter.
Oh, well, that's what it's all about. Our next guest on tonight is Cherolyn Davis. And so, Cherolyn, tell the audience who you are.
Hey girl, hey, it's your girl Cherolyn, every girl's girlfriend and your homeboy's homegirl. I am actually the founder for GIRLFessionals Incorporated. It's a creative platform for aspiring entrepreneurs, women in business. We cater to women, all women, but especially women of color. We provide the tools, the techniques, and the takeaways in order for you to succeed in your business. So that's it in a short form.
In a short. Listen, sometimes the short form gives exactly what the people need. They know that you are every girl's girlfriend. And so last but not least, I want Miss Mavis to introduce herself and who you are and what is it that you do.
Hello, everyone. My name is Mavis Hopper. I am the founder of Hope Advancement Group, Inc. Hope Advancement Group, our mission is to embrace, educate, and empower women and children through different innovative workshops, through life skill developments. We provide hardship accommodations, if people are in need of any type of social resources, anything of that nature, whether you need some help with food or clothing or any type of educational resources. We're just here to serve the community at large, whether you're in Dade County or Broward County.
So one, let me give y'all claps all the way around the room, all the way around, all the way around the room. And so as you are watching, I'm sure that you have heard that these women have one thing of it, well, more than one thing, but at least one thing in common. And so this is how this conversation came about, because all of us share one common thing, and that is to be there for our sisters. So we all have women's groups. We're all based out of Florida, literally tri-county areas. And a lot of times people frown upon or don't know how to receive or accept collaboration. I'm sure individuals have seen on social media, or you heard these conversations. Oh, I don't collaborate with people. Oh no, it's a competition. I don't do that. And so tonight, ladies, I want to ask you this question, and we'll just go around the room. If you don't have an answer, that's fine. Or you be like, hey, I want to go first to get mine out the way. If you get your answer done first, you don't got to be the last one to get it. But the first question I have, an audience, if you have a question, drop it in the comments, because I want to make sure that these women hear from you. And so we're about to get real, raw, and relatable in the chat box with my sisters. And so the first question I have for you ladies is, how do you feel about collaboration? Now we collaborated back in December, but we about to have some real, raw, and relatable, conversations. So let me go back. What is collaboration to you?
Who want to take it first? Y'all know I'm always talking, but I'll go. I don't mind going. With me, I have to relate everything to the Bible. So I'm first gonna say, and I'm very happy to be here, Jabrina. I really thank you for always finding a platform for us women to engage with one another, learn from one another. So I truly appreciate that. So I just wanted to make sure I give you your accolades. I appreciate you and I love you very much for that.
I love you too.
Thank you. I think about Ecclesiastics, where the Bible say two is better than one. How we must, help one another. So to collaborate to me is to be like-minded, to be on even if we don't have the same let's say end game, meaning our goal is to help ladies, our goal is to help those who are in need, but your goal is to help women connect to one another. That provides a form of some type of emotional support, a form of sisterhood, bonding. Maggie, she may her goal is to help ladies, let's say get educated. I really have to familiarize myself more with the Dreamers Like Me organization. But although and even with GIRLFessional, I know that Miss Cherolyn, her organization is to bring professional women together, or women together with their businesses and things of that nature. So although we have different endings, we still are going down the same path, and that is to help people, help women along the way. So being able to collaborate, meaning that we are like-minded, we have the patience and understanding that we may not have the same end goal, but we do have the same purpose, and that is to help others.
That's good. Next person, somebody want to answer that?
I think I'll go next. Collaboration for me is on a business level, on a professional level, is cutting costs, saving time, energy, when you collaborate with others. In the entity where we were with the 100 Women United, everything was split. That was equal. So it wasn't no big eyes or no little U's. We all was on a even platform. So for me, it's more so of how can I outsource the things that I'm not great at. And so I go about finding women who are in different industries and entities that can provide some information to the women that I bring together so that we can familiarize ourselves on a different level. So if in just using this as an example, um, I may sell workout equipment. Jabrina, you may sell workout gear. Mavis might have a whole gym.
Mm.
If we connect the dots, and look, and Maggie, you sell the nutrient stuff, nutrition stuff. So if we connect the dots, everybody eats. You understand what I'm saying? So I can provide the equipment, you can provide the gym, you can provide nutrient for whatever, and you got the gear. So if I take if I take my product and put it in Mavis gym, I'm being seen. Collaboration. So and most of all, we're building a relationship with each other. So that's pretty much what collaboration means to me. Um, Not to keep going because you know I'll talk all night.
Okay.
Wait,
Well,
I forgot. I got some real talkers on here. Give y'all 2 minutes. 2 minute one. No joking. I got some real bosses on here. We on here 2 hours on the whole conversation. But hey, forgot it was live. The whole conversation. Forgot it was live. Forgot it was being recorded. Maggie, do you want to chime in on that
Right.
question?
yes. Yes, for me, I would say collaboration is exactly what Miss Mavis said and Cherolyn said. But what I see it as a common goal and putting all the pieces together to make that goal work. Like she said, if
Correct.
somebody owns a gym, if you have workout equipment that you're trying to sell, it's all about coming together and making sure that vision comes to life, making sure it works, because same thing as a car, you need every part of the car for the car to drive.
Come on. That's good. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
So my next question to you ladies, because y'all kind of went with gave some good answers. Have you ever collaborated where it became a competition?
Who's going
I'll go
first?
There's so one thing I can say, God gonna give you discernment. He's gonna give you discernment. So in the beginning, during the conversation for me, and I'm sure for all you other ladies as well that's on the panel, you have a conversation. You have a conversation, and if it's not going where, how can I say this? If the conversation is not going in the direction where God is leading you, then you should know from the actual beginning of the conversation whether you should collaborate with this person or not. So for me, I'm gonna say I never had the. I hope I don't have that experience, but thus far I never had an experience to where I collaborated with someone and wish I had. Um, and I kind of and I you have to pick and choose your candidates. Let me just say that. You have to pick and choose your candidates. You can't get everyone to collaborate with you just because you're trying to piggyback off of them, or go next level, or anything of that area. You just have to make sure that your the purpose, and like Maggie said, being of like mind and sound body, you got to understand in the direction that God is leading you. If that person is that person for you, then by all means. And in the midst, you should have a conversation if you see stuff going left.
Anybody else?
Yeah.
I would say, oh,
No, go ahead, Maggie. Go ahead.
oh, okay. I would say, I had the experience. It wasn't much so as I felt like a competition. It was more of, um, because I'm the type of person, I don't really like conflict, because I try to keep a level head. And I know that this person took full advantage of my personality.
Mhm.
And I let it go on because guess what? Now I know not to even fool up with you, don't do no business with you.
Mhm.
It is what it is. I'm the type of person I
Mhm.
truly, truly appreciate this collaboration for number one because, like Miss Carolyn said, everything was equal, level headed. It wasn't no animosity or no trying, felt like somebody was trying to be slick or, one up somebody. I truly, truly appreciate collaborating with you guys. This was an awesome experience.
Mhm.
Yes,
Absolutely.
definitely.
I agree. Um, I've collaborated before with others. Um, and it was a personality clash
Mhm.
with them because I'm very easygoing,
Mhm.
but
Come on, personality. Not to cut you off, Mavis, but
okay.
sometimes they be real strong. But go
Oh
ahead.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, them
Hmm.
personality clashes and having different work styles and work ethics when it comes down to being about business and and making sure that you stay focused on the path. I've collaborated with someone where I found myself doing all the work while they were standing around just doing absolutely nothing. And of course, I'm very outspoken, but at that point, as Cherolyn said, I actually listen to the Holy Spirit and use my discernment and just let it be because I just said after that, I won't do it again. But it
Mhm.
allowed me to be able to just experience them and be able to experience working with someone else, yet taking away what I won't do again with them. So yeah, them personality clashes can affect when you're collaborating with people. And although I'm sure like myself, we pray before we do these things. At least we should pray before we do these things. But oftentimes, we pray and it may start off good, but people don't have the same goal, don't have the same end game, and they'll change up in the middle of it. All of a sudden, some type of envy, some type of jealousy come in, and it become I, my, me, as opposed to we, us, and or whatever, and it
Right.
turns into just a big disaster. So yes, it has happened before, and it sucks.
Wow. Wow.
Mhm.
Listen, y'all in the chat box with me and my girls. This conversation is real, raw, and relatable. It is the third Tuesday. I think I said Thursday early. I don't even remember what I said because I got so excited with y'all being on here with this conversation. But it is the third Tuesday. This is the first kickoff to the chat box this 2024. And it is a blessing to have like minded women in the building. Our conversation tonight is collaboration versus or over competition. And so my next question to you ladies is competition a bad thing?
Mm.
It's
No,
not.
no,
It's not.
no.
And why? Why do you
You got
say
to
that?
have the friendly. That be again, when you're going into the project,
Mhm.
um, when you okay, let's take it back. When
Okay.
we met, the first
And,
time
and,
that we
and hold on,
met, what
wait.
did we?
And not to cut you off, Cherolyn. Outside, when I ask that question, just let me put a little bit more on it. When I ask that question, even if it's no collaboration, there is
Mhm.
competition a bad thing. So I know you're ready to break yours down, but is competition a bad thing? Because in sports they are competitive. Not that they don't like each other, but their goal, quote unquote, is to win the game.
It's
So is
correct.
competition a bad thing?
And
And I
you just said that you just said it. It's for
go
the
ahead.
end goal. I'm sorry, you just said it. It's for the end goal.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
it cuts for me. Competition is not a bad thing. It
Mhm.
depends on how you use it, how you're going about the competition.
Mhm.
Um,
Yes.
many of us are not there yet. So let me
Mhm.
just say, let me start off there. When it
Mhm.
comes to collaboration, and many of us are stuck in the comparison trap,
Mhm.
and we don't sometimes know how to let it go because of what we've seen maybe growing up. And here I'm gonna take it back a few.
Mhm.
What we've seen growing up in our households.
Mhm.
And what I'm saying is based on our mother or father, how they're speaking to us, or how they sit us on a pedestal, or how they tell us we have something to prove. So if you have that mindset to where you have something to prove, you will always be succumb to the comparison trap. Friendly competition is amazing because it makes you go harder. It gives you encouragement. It just motivates you. You don't have to do, we don't have to, we do the same thing, but we do things differently. So just because we all do the same thing doesn't mean that I should start whatever Jabrina is doing or selling t-shirts. That ain't my path. You get what I'm saying? I'm not a creator. I don't create t-shirts. I'll call Jabrina or somebody else and be like, hey, I need you to do this for me. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm not, and we just have to know how to get out of the comparison trap. And when we compete, it begins to we begin to compare ourselves to others that become detrimental health-wise, wealth-wise, and it'll block your ability to thrive. So friendly competition is good, but it depends on how you're going about the competition.
Cause we were selling those tickets. No, I'm joking.
Boom, pow.
Yeah.
Boom, pow.
Anybody else want to answer that question?
I would say I agree. Competition, I feel like it's necessary. It builds character, and it also could help you figure out your strength and your weaknesses. Like she said, your path may not be doing t-shirts, and even with myself, still learning what is my niche, what works for me and what doesn't, but not to be comparing to other people, but to truly find out what it is that is my calling or what path God wants me to go on.
Yeah.
So competition, like she said, friendly competition, you have sports, any type of competition is going to build character. Whatever you're doing is going to be a character, as long as it's done correctly and not for malice.
Correct.
I love that, and I believe how you said it builds character because it's gonna show you if you're a crybaby or if you're a soldier.
Come on.
It's gonna show you one or the other.
That part.
It's gonna show if you're gonna cry about it or it's gonna if you're a crybaby or a soldier, because like Cherolyn and you said, the competition, it's there, and let's be real at this moment, it's there, it's all around us. But again, when and I believe, and I'm gonna let you chime in.
Okay.
One thing, and Cherolyn said everybody's not there, so it's a maturity level on it. But one thing we have to remember, even with the competition, who God has for us is for us. So there is no competition when it comes that way, because who I serve is not the people that Mavis served. And though they're still women, God has already ordained the women or the people that we will connect with. And so when we understand that, we don't have to compare ourselves to anybody and what they're doing. If you know the lane that you're supposed to be walking on and understand that the people are already ordained. Biggie, decent and in order. That's the way that God moves. And so when we understand that there is no comparison, yes, we can have a little, okay, well, let's see who's gonna sell more tickets for this same event that we coming to. That's what a friendly competition come in at, because we know we're gonna get a prize in the end. And the prize is not something tangible, but it's to see the souls that will enter what we are and to allow them to connect and for them to collaborate on the next move. And so when we understand that, then we understand that a little competition isn't bad. Go ahead, Mavis.
And I agree with you, because I with you all. because it can have a lot of positive effects, as far as, causing one to be more innovative, to help improve your whatever your goal is or whatever. It could, it help improve our efficiency, our productivity. However, if I know that we're doing something together, and I'm not gonna, sometimes competition can cause jealousy. And people, if I'm not telling you, oh, Jabrina, I'm getting ready to make sure I sell more tickets than you, girl, I'm gonna tell you, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna be working together with you, and then I'm like, oh, child, I'm gonna make sure I sell more tickets than Jabrina, because I'm gonna show out and I'm gonna make sure it's all about me. When it's that hidden type stuff, I can't deal with that.
Correct.
So that's when it becomes a problem, when people are not being straightforward, when you're not being honest about it, because we could compete and do things together, but I'm going to let you know what, Jabrina, you inspire me. So I'm going to make sure I challenge myself to be more like you. I'm going to let you know that you're encouraging me, that you're inspiring me to want more. So I'm trying to get where you are, because, so I'm going to watch you a little harder. I'm going to speak to you.
Correct.
I'm going to talk to you a little more. I'm going to take notes more often, not where, oh, let me sneak and watch her page. Let me sneak and see what you're doing, because I'm gonna try to do it too. Because although I admire her, I'm never gonna tell her. No,
come on.
That is jealousy,
right?
And it's not competition. That is jealousy. So it is a thin line between it. How I look at it, but in retrospect, competition is not bad when you're using it to motivate yourself and not using it to hurt someone else.
That's
correct.
Good. That's good. That's good. That's good. So my next question for you ladies, and randomly, today, me and Mavis we were talking about one thing, but then tonight's conversation kind of came up, and I didn't get this revelation until kind of thinking about tonight's conversation. And so, in that conversation, I heard God say that we have to know the seasons to collaborate in. Because if we collaborate in the wrong season, we may cause harm to our babies, meaning our visions. If we collaborate in the wrong season, we may allow the wrong people. And again, not that we haven't prayed about it, or better yet, I'm gonna bring this to you. Have you let me see how I can word this question. Has anyone ever got mad with you, or you noticed a difference in them if you have not collaborated with them yet, or they feel you should have done it by now?
You want yes or no question?
I don't want to agree to it yet, so they might be watching.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Y'all want me to try to find another?
I don't think.
Well, you say it's real and relatable, right?
It is, because
real, raw, and relatable.
Some people want to collaborate with you, and it may not be the season for them to do that. And go back to what you said, Cherolyn, they're not in the mindset or the maturity to understand that it's not that I don't want to collaborate with you. It is not just the season for me to collaborate with you. And so if you understand what you have and you understand what I have, then you will respect the decision that I'm giving right now. I never said I would never do it. It's just not the season to do it.
It's not right now.
So talk about that.
Just not right now.
How you tell them just
go Mavis?
Okay, so yeah, I've experienced that before. I've definitely experienced that before, where I was having an event, and I wanted to. I didn't collaborate with certain people because I actually wanted them to be honored at the event. I wanted to surprise them and honor them at the event. So of course I didn't tell them about it, because when they came, it was just going to be like, oh wow, this for me, And it turned out to it turned out not good, because they were the people, they were upset, wondering why didn't I collaborate with them? Why didn't I tell them? Why couldn't they be part of it? And I'm like, well, I didn't want y'all to be part of it because I wanted y'all to come to honor y'all, to acknowledge the things that you are doing for others, with others, and it turned out to be a I, me type thing, when actually it was supposed to be about them, but it was just, basically kept undercover to surprise them, to at least let them understand that their worth is being acknowledged, is being noticed, even though it's probably not being noticed in the community that they're doing all these wonderful things in. It was acknowledged and noticed by my organization. But unfortunately, it came about to be, it was is more so about, why didn't I collaborate? Why didn't I do it with them? Why didn't I tell them? And it just turned out to not be good. Let me just put it that way, to say the least.
Anybody else?
So for me, the shoe was on the other foot. And so I reached out to, I'm just gonna keep it real. I reached out to someone because I looked up to them as a mentor. I've been to several of their events that they were having with women, and some powerhouse women. And I reached out to the organization to ask the president or the founder if she could join us at my very first women's conference. And this was a few years ago, my very first women conference. And I got an email back saying, why would I or we collaborate with you when we do the same thing?
Oh, wow.
And I was floored.
You telling me, and I said,
I,
Jesus.
Yeah, right.
I was floored, and my response to her was, I only wanted you to appear as the keynote speaker because I looked up to you and what you were doing with your organization. That this was, my baby was something new to me. So we were still in the development stages. We were still in the well, not really the development stages, but we were taking another leap, trying something different. Our very first conference, and I've been to your conference, so my whole thing was like, I don't want my conference to be like you, because I can't. One, I didn't have the funds at the time to make my conference like yours. Two, I didn't have the connections at that time to make my conference like yours. But I valued you as my sister, as my friend. I valued you and wanted you to just just be in the room. And it could have been a more opportunities for you because of what your business is. It could have been a lot more opportunities for you. But I think that the person tried to devalue what I had, by saying, why would I attend if we do the same thing? And that was a hurting feeling, because that has never ever happened to me, because I'm happy go lucky, I love everybody, and I just try to keep that sisterly bond with everybody I meet, young, old, or indifferent. So for the person to actually say that to me in writing, I had something to prove. Then I'm gonna show you, because you just literally gave me the momentum, the motivation,
Wow.
to make sure that what I'm about to do is going to wow you. I planned for 75 people to be at this conference. The very first conference, we had nearly 200 women in the building.
Wow.
I'm good. I'm good. Now I know where your mind is. Well, I know your thought process. I know how you feel deep rooted within. So it's okay. So now I know that I can't, you would, sad to say, you would never be the person that I will contact again, because I was trying to. I just wanted you to be in the room with us.
Mhm,
Tell us
mhm.
something that'll take us to our next,
Yeah.
and you denied me. So I'm good. So that was
Wow.
my experience.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. I'm blown away about that.
Yeah.
That is definitely Carla said it wasn't a divine connection. God blocked
Yes.
that.
Yes.
God
And that's what I took it for. Thank you, Carla.
you're right. And you know what? At that moment, you do, because naturally you like what? Like, but
Yeah.
then you get a chance to sit back and have that conversation with God, then you're able to say, God, I thank you, because it allowed you to see what you can do without her even being there. Because
Yeah.
sometimes we believe, and again, I mean, you've done it, we all done it. We starting out, you think you need this certain person of caliber to be in the room with you, but then when
Mm.
God shows you, I am the one, you don't need anybody. You just need to do what I tell you to do. He blows your
That's
mind.
it.
And that's what he did. You went from
Mhm.
75 to
Mhm.
200 on who you are
Mhm.
alone. No big face on a
Mhm.
flyer. Because again, naturally, you may think, or people may think, and if whoever's watching this, y'all may be planning something. You may feel, I want this person. If it's supposed to be, it will happen.
It will be. Yep.
If it's supposed
Correct.
to be. But then when
Correct.
it doesn't, I hope that you got something out of what Cherolyn just said, because you could have got discouraged and said, I don't know, I ain't gonna do it. I just, I just gotta go with this. And God say, no, if you do what you, if you do, I will never get. I
Do what
heard
I
this.
tell
If
you to
you
do.
show up, I'll show out. And so
That's
you
right.
showed
Correct.
up to do to the
Correct.
assignment, and God showed out.
Correct.
And so that's a
Mhm.
blessing in itself of what it was. You know what I'm saying? Everyone can't enter the rooms.
Mhm.
Absolutely. And that's the way it is.
Correct.
She never gave me a chance because she did not know me. I wasn't
Wow.
popular enough. Exactly.
Wow. Yeah.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Exactly. And so that's what it is. And so and going back, I don't know who that was that just wrote that about the popularity. But see, that's the problem,
Yeah.
because that's a whole nother conversation. That's
Come
all
on.
A
this
whole nother
purpose
conversation.
versus popularity. Because a
Yep.
lot of people
Mhm.
want to move on popularity and not moving in purpose. And
That's right.
so that's what a confusion happens. You want to be popular, but you don't have purpose behind it. And so
Yeah.
now you
Mhm.
became popular, and all you've ever done, oh, Candace. Hey,
Candace.
Candace. Hey, Candace. Yeah, you'll be on one of these very soon. You already know I'm gonna call you. But people move on popularity and not know the purpose behind it.
Yes.
If you
Mhm.
contact me, I want you to contact me on purpose, because popularity ain't gonna do
Mhm.
nothing for you.
Right.
Don't do.
Popularity ain't gonna
Right.
open up no door. Because if popularity
Mhm.
open up a door,
Mhm.
popularity gonna close the door too. Whereas
That's
if purpose
Come
open
on.
up the
Right.
door, purpose gonna open up the next door and the next door and the next door, because you're moving on purpose. And so when you understand that, then you understand, nah, I don't want to be popular. I want to be purposeful.
that's right.
Mhm.
It's a
That's
difference.
right.
I
Exactly.
don't care how many people
Work
say, girl, you popular. No, I'm purposeful, because
That's
that's the way I want to move. I want to move so intentional with my
Correct.
purpose that I'm not popular, but the God that I serve is, because then they're able to see what he's done for me. And so, no, I'm not popular, but the God that I serve is popular, and he allows me to move
Correct.
on purpose that make you think I'm popular, because it ain't me.
Correct.
That's
It's
Correct.
right. That's right.
it's not me.
God will never be
Mhm.
It's
division.
not any of us,
That's
For
because
right.
that provision,
you
yes.
ladies move
Mhm.
on purpose. I've seen you ladies. No, I don't. Oh, and I'm sure a lot of you ladies, you do a lot. So many people do this, and so many people do. No, it's because I follow the purpose God has for my life. And so when we understand that, then we understand why we move the way that we move.
The way
And
we
so,
do.
ladies, listen,
Mhm.
everybody that's watching us, one, we want to thank y'all for being in the chat box with us. These
Yes.
ladies are amazing. I have Cherolyn Davis from GIRLFessionals. I have Mavis Hopper from H.O.P.E. Inc. Hope Advancement Group. Excuse me, Mavis. And I have Maggie Lane from Dreamers Like Me. And so I'm excited to have these amazing women of God. That's what I'm gonna just say, women of God in the house with me,
Mhm.
in the chat box with me. Tonight's conversation is competition. No, it's collaboration. I'm about to put competition before. We done talked so good about competition. Collaboration over
It's all right.
competition. All right, exactly. Like it is what it is. We know we having this good old raw, real, and relatable conversations. And so
Correct.
my next question is to you ladies. Well, you know what? I'm not gonna ask a question. I'm gonna ask you ladies if you could share one thing with the audience, somebody that may be uh thinking about collaborating with someone but scared, um, or maybe in the process of collaborating with someone and they're seeing it's not going the way that I thought it was gonna go. How do I have that conversation with them? Because Maggie said it earlier, you know, she didn't have the conversation. She just learned how to work through it and then never do it again. And so everybody is different because Maggie said earlier, I'm not confrontational. So I'm just gonna learn through this. But I can guarantee you this: I ain't going over there no more. They say fool me once, but you ain't
Me
gonna
either.
twice.
Uh-uh.
That's
Uh-uh.
it.
Mm.
And
Never
so,
again.
if you could give words of encouragement, words of knowledge, personal from your heart, where you've collaborated or whatever it is, if there was friendly competition, once a friendly competition, because we never know who's going to come back and watch this or watching this now, and they're in a place of I don't want to collaborate with nobody else because I got burned the last time.
Mhm.
I don't want to collaborate with nobody else because I wound up doing all the work. I don't want to collaborate with nobody else because when we got to the place, it was all about the other person and wasn't even about us. It was about so with that being said,
Yeah.
what would you
Yeah.
share? Because let's be honest, that happens. You think you're going into
Yeah.
a collaboration, you everything done change. You know what I just thought about? I'm sitting back here, I'm looking at my background, but I know I probably wasn't gonna do that. I should have put the backdrop up behind me with y'all logos.
Oh
Oh,
yeah. Got about
Girl,
that
it's
too.
okay. We got to use it again sometimes.
That
Don't
was just a
no
laughable
worries.
moment at that moment. I just thought about like I should have put the background up with these ladies. But go ahead. What would you share with the audience on tonight?
Who went first? I went first last
I'll,
time, man.
I'll go first.
Maggie.
I'll go first. What I would share is when if you're in the midst of collaborating, make sure it feels right.
But Maggie, it do feel right.
It do be feeling right.
But it was wrong when I did it. Like when I got to the end, Maggie, I'm just speaking so because it might be somebody saying, well, it felt right when I started.
It could feel right when you started. That's what happened to me. It felt right when I started, but when you get to that
Me
point where it
too.
ain't feeling like it's supposed to feel, let it go.
Oh, so you want to do frozen
You
on
have
them. Let
two
it go. You want
choices.
to answer them. Let it go.
Yeah. Yes. Just be frozen.
Yeah. Just pro.
Mm,
It
just
you
be
know
frozen.
what, to
Okay,
piggyback
Maggie.
off of what
But
to piggyback off of what Maggie is saying,
Mhm.
you gotta sometimes we have to bow out gracefully.
Mm. Talk
And
about that.
when I say
Pause.
that,
Pause. Yeah, talk about that. Go into a little detail about that. What that look
okay, so let's say hypothetically, we all in this project. We just created this project a month ago, right? So let's just say hypothetically, things just weren't going according to plan when we had our first meeting.
like.
You know, when we had our first meeting, everybody was excited. We want to do this, we want to do that. Everybody played a part, right? But later on, due to transition, we noticed that somebody's not doing what they're supposed to do, not carrying the load, or they're maybe speaking differently to the audience, if you know what I'm saying. They may be to the public, you may be speaking differently. Like, I don't even know why I got, you know what I mean? Like, why am I here?
Of the
They
two
think they better
sides,
than
they,
me.
they are a double-minded man.
Man, exactly.
Mm.
And for me, I know we can always say, you know, you use discernment, that it like you said, it comes, discernment gonna come, right? But again, you as the individual may not be listening at the moment to the discernment. So it's gonna cause problems. It may, you know, me, I would just, I'll bow out gracefully and I say, you know what, I honestly, wholeheartedly love the vision, love the thought process, love everything about this project, but I think that it's no room for me.
What do you
If you
mean?
need me to, if you need me to do something else in the back, by all means.
Mm.
No, but
I
I
don't want
want
to
you
be in
in
the
the front.
forefront.
No, but I want you in the front.
And, and my return would be, why? Why do you want me in the front
Because we
when we're
had a
supposed to be
conversation and
working collectively?
Mhm.
I'm sorry.
I was saying, but we had a
And I'm just saying,
conversation.
right. And
You know,
we
you know,
need
I'm
to
role
work
playing right
collect.
now.
I know what you're doing, role playing here, role playing, girl. I got you. I got you. So we need to be working collectively based on the original conversation that we had when we had our original meeting, and it's not going according to that original meeting. There's no room for me.
Mm.
So if you want me to stay in this, we got to redirect our focus back to our original plan, because this is not the plan. So for if anyone going through the collaboration, I don't even know what I would call it, but if you're not having a good take on collaboration with someone, have a conversation. There's nothing wrong with having a conversation with someone, because maybe even in our original meeting, maybe my what I took from it, my understanding may be a little different than your understanding. So let's just revisit this and have a conversation. But if it's still going in the direction that um is not good for all of us, then I will bow out gracefully, because this again has no room for me.
Mhm.
Communication, yes, communication is key.
Communication.
So you have to have a conversation.
Okay. So, okay. For me, like I've been reading the comments. I see one of my nieces, she's on, she said use discernment. Someone else said pray and have discernment, clarity of roles and communication. See, here's the thing. We can have all those things, and uh-ohs can still take place, because we got to keep in mind that I find God in everything that take place. I don't care what it is, I'm finding God in everything that take place, because certain people have to be revealed to us. You know what I'm saying? So we can collaborate. It could fail, but we got to look at it. That could, especially, I pray about everything. Even if, when Jabrina asks me to do something or we doing something together, we'll even go on a fast together. I go on a fast. I pray. I do all that stuff. And guess what? We could do those things, and those type of negative things that still come in from a person, because oftentimes it's meant for us to collaborate with them, because it's meant for them to be exposed to us. So
Correct.
we have to
Good
take
job.
every experience that we have as a way of God showing us, especially when it's not favorable in our sight or in our views. We have to take it as, okay, you know what? This God's way of showing me exactly who this person is. It was one young lady, I wanted her to be part of the event. And because I really thought that she was, a decent person. She had a lot going for herself. I actually admired her, right? And child, she came to the event, and when I tell you, it was a mess. She found any complaint that she could come up with, she found it. I mean, and then at the end, I even sent the email. I addressed some of the things. I addressed the things in the email, apologizing to her that she had disclosed to me. So I told her, I said, I apologize for this. I apologize that you felt this wasn't ready. I apologize that you felt that I didn't have this for you, or whatever the case was. I said, but those things weren't discussed, but I do apologize and blah, blah, blah. Child, she was like, what you talking about? I don't even know why you even sending me this email saying this. I'm like, wait a minute, you just was telling me all these things. So I'm being humble, working in the realm of humility, because what I really wanted to say in the flesh was, let me tell you, honey, let me tell you something.
She's schooling the Chubb, y'all. She's schooling the Chubb.
Yeah,
Wait.
number one, you ain't no superstar, right? But if you would have told me that those are the things that you required in order to be part of this event, I would have said yay or nay. You know what I'm saying? Now you want to come after the fact. I don't know if you thought that it was going to be a flop. I don't know if you thought that, I don't know what it was, but she found any excuse. So anyway, for those who are dealing with people who have burnt you, who you've collaborated with, and it has not been so savory or whatever, or to your liking, keep going. Don't like my mama saying, like the little song out now, one monkey don't stop no show. That train got to keep on rolling, because like Jabrina stated, and like we know, if you are working in purpose, if God is using you to fulfill his purpose, don't worry about all those other obstacles that's going to come your way. Look at them as stepping stones and not stumbling blocks, and keep right on going, because that's what I do. I'm genuine, and I'm humble, and I'm very sincere. If I say I apologize, that's because I sincerely apologize. I can't make you take it. I can't make you believe it. My word is my bond. And I feel like I've proven that by the things that by the interactions that I have been in with people who have decided to collaborate with me. They know that, okay, when Mavis say this, that's what it is, because that's who I am. So I'm not going to let nothing no one else do stop me from still reaching that goal, or reaching that purpose, or being purpose-filled in the community or with others, if that's the path that God has me on. Because like my niece said, God is not going to give us no type of assignment without equipping us with the tools to execute it. So that's just that. So if you dealing with that, keep on going and don't let it stop. That's it.
Wow. Mavis, you said something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That was really good. And
girl, Mavis was getting ready to say something when she pushed her chair up. She had to sit up for that.
Hey, I was like, is Coco coming out? Who going?
She act like I was wrong for apologizing. I'm like, well, wait a minute. You just said I offended you, so I'm sorry. I don't know. Girl, that baby said I gave you more credit than you deserved. I was like, wow, thank you. Okay.
Somebody said, awesome job, ladies. 2024 is all about the masks coming off. Absolutely. Yeah. But Mavis, you said something, and it was so profound, because it goes back to what Cherolyn said earlier about the mindset and the maturity.
Yes.
And you said God had to show you who they are.
Yep.
And so, but only way you could see that is if you have a different mindset. Yes. Instead of looking at it being a negative thing, you say, all right, God, like some of the connections you're going to have to do, you said, just so you can see who the people are. So then you will know, okay, because sometimes what Cherolyn, we want to connect with people, going back to what happened to you previous years before, but God had to show you who they really were. And so it allowed you to see, like, wait a second, you not who you post, P-O-S-T, to be. Oh. Right. That's not who you not, because who you post to be is not who because if you were who you post to be, then this conversation would have went a little bit differently. But because God wanted me to see you outside of the post, P-O-S-T, that's right. You showed me who you were, not even realizing you were showing me who you were.
Yes. Correct.
And so I'm glad you brought that up, Mavis, because a lot of times we get mad when God shows us who they are. Because that little feeling start to happen, you be like, oh, wait a second, I don't know. And he really starts showing you, be like, nah, wait, hold on. wait, Lord, pump your brakes. Then we have to appreciate that. And I would
Yes.
never forget. I was riding one day, and I said, "Dang, prayers hurt." Because when God answers prayers, like sometimes they don't happen the way you want them to
Mm-hmm.
happen. They cause hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And I heard
Mm-hmm.
the prayers don't hurt, the process does.
Mm.
And that's the
Correct.
same thing I said, Mavis. Because
Mm.
sometimes we pray, God, show me. And
Yes.
then when he shows you, the process of him
Mm-hmm.
showing you is like, oh dang, that hurt a little bit. And it's okay.
Correct.
It is okay. It is okay. And so one, I want to thank y'all ladies for joining in with the chat box with me. Do you ladies, besides, I'm gonna have y'all go around and let people know who you are again and where they can find you at. But do you ladies have any other questions y'all want? I don't know if the audience has any questions that they want to ask you ladies, but you do have a few
Yeah.
more minutes before the ladies get off. Do you ladies want to add anything? Because tonight is all about collaboration versus competition, and so this y'all platform too. Now I'm just the one that's running the back end of it. This
I see that.
y'all.
I see that Carla Foster, she had asked, she said, we have to realize that some people we are assigned to are not the same people assigned to us.
Mm.
And I
Mm-hmm.
absolutely agree with that. I absolutely
I
agree.
wholeheartedly agree.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Um,
Wholeheartedly agree. Mm-hmm.
and you know what? We
Um,
can't rest on past success, and we can't rest on past failures. We
Mm.
have to continue to thrive and strive in order to fulfill that purpose that we have, that God has given us. You know,
Mhm.
I pray all the time that God continue to show me further what he wants me to do, provide me that spiritual foresight so I won't get comfortable with past success, to allow me to continue to be innovative and find ways to reach and help people, help his people. Because
Mhm.
I just don't have the patience to be out here dealing with people who are not, who don't have the same common goal, the same common purpose in life. You know,
Mhm.
again, at times God uses us to experience these things. Is to teach us the lesson, and sometimes it's to teach that person a lesson. Because you know, God to have people, us to collaborate with people He know that we know that don't even like us.
Mm.
We still got to be obedient and do exactly what He have us to do. So you know
what
what?
he said.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if God can use us to for his purpose, even though those people feel like they're using us,
Mhm.
we got to continue to stay humble, continue to stay faithful, and continue to be obedient. That's it.
Wow. Wow.
Correct.
Yeah.
Sherilyn, you was ready to say something?
Um, so I went to the Bible earlier
Mhm.
because I wanted to make sure I'm in the right mind frame when we come to the platform.
Mhm.
And one passage stuck out to me, and and it was something new to me because I never heard. I read Bible, but I ain't never heard this one. I ain't see this one. So,
No,
so
listen,
the
you even
passage
done read it
was
and you get a whole nother revelation the second time you read it.
a whole
Yeah.
nother revelation. Exactly. So it was I had written it down. It's 2 Corinthians 8:14. Not sure if anybody familiar with that. It says, right now you have plenty and can help those who are in need.
Mhm.
Later, they will have plenty and can share it with you when you need it. In
Mhm.
this way, things will be equal.
Mhm.
That stood out. That to me was profound. It was
Mhm.
profound to me. And one of my favorite African proverbs is, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together.
Mhm.
So when leaving this platform tonight, this was just the beginning. This was the start of something big for us four, and maybe other women who would like to come in and collaborate and connect with us as well too. But this is something big. This is something I look at it, everything monumental. Everything is bigger than big. It's monumental to me. Because I promise you, that night, I don't think Regal movie theater was ever lit up like it was that night on the 26th back in December. Um, I just need, I just want us to understand that we don't have to be the best at what we do. We just have to be the best while we're doing it.
Mhm.
And just to know and understand, don't be afraid to connect with other women. Don't, especially Black women, because it's just we can go out there and talk circles around, with other races and nationality, and they want to get to know more of us because we are a group of amazing, dope women. They want to
Mhm.
be like us. They want to be like us. We just don't want to be like ourselves, which is hurting. We phantom the fact that just either I got to be better than her, I gotta comfort her, and I got everything in that nature. You don't have to. You don't have to. Just be good, be great at what you do. And I say, listen, I'm good at what I do, and all I do is add a little flavor. No matter how that look, no matter how it tastes when it goes down, I just add a little flavor and be authentically you. So now that people will see the transparency, they will understand you a little bit more if you just be you. That's all I have to say.
Wow. Mavis, did you? I mean, not Mavis. Maggie, did you have anything else you wanted to add? That was good. Y'all listen. That was good.
Yes, that was. I would just say, don't be afraid of collaboration. Um, Pray on it. Find your tribe. One of my lifelong, for many many years, one of my prayers has always been, God, please surround me around good, positive people. And I could truly say the past couple of years, I see it coming together. Like she said, you don't have to be the best at what you do, just be the best while you're doing it.
Absolutely.
And just truly, truly find your niche, your own lane, and stay in it.
Wow.
Because when you in your own lane,
Exactly.
there's no traffic, and you guaranteed to get there.
But
And
don't be scared. But don't
I
be
was just
scared.
listen. I
To
was
Man.
switch
just getting ready to
lanes.
say that. I was just getting ready.
Be
I
scared to
was
go outside that lane.
listen. I was just getting ready to say that too, because and I love that you said that, Maggie.
Yeah.
But if we don't, if sometimes, just sometimes, if we don't allow people to come over in our lane, or possibly we come out of our lane, then we get complacent in
Mhm.
this lane. And so we don't know what troubles will feel like because we don't got nobody giving us road rage. We don't know what
Mhm.
detours feel like because ain't nobody working on our lane. You know how they say, no, you got to go the other way. You still got to get to the
Mhm.
destination, but now you have to take a detour. And so
A detour.
but I do understand what you mean by sending your own lane, because I will go back to what Shirley said. Shirley said making shirts ain't her thing. That'll mean if she start making
It,
shirts, then she going into somebody else's lane and now she mad.
Yes.
Now
Yes.
I get what you were saying. And I respect that. But I also want to make sure we let the people know too that sometimes you gotta come out of that lane so then you could see, okay, you'll know if you're able to really. Okay, I just got an analogy. Learn how to you
Yes.
when you was young, you learn how to drive cars, right? And so some parents, I don't know if every parent, but some parents they didn't take you on the highway right away. They took you
no.
down a little road because they didn't know if you were
In the
ready
park.
for the car. They didn't know if you were ready for 95. They didn't know if you were ready for the turnpike. They didn't know if you were ready for 595. And so they took you around the neighborhood because you had to stay in your own neighborhood because those were roads that you knew. But then when you learned those roads, then they said, okay, I'm going to take you out and you about to hit the real thing right now. You're about to hit the highway. Ain't no more stop signs and red lights, but now it's people pumping their brakes and swerving over in front of you and doing all the things that you were not used to being done. And so God is saying in this season, sometimes we got to come out of our lanes and move over so we can see if we're really ready to drive on the real road.
Yes.
Sometimes, just sometimes, not all the time. Because every day they ain't let you go out on the real road. But when they did, you knew you had to pay a little bit more attention because now you got to drive. What they say, you got to drive for the car in front of you, behind you, and on the side of you too.
Yep. Right. Yeah.
And so when you realize that, and that goes for all of us, there's some things now. Okay, now I'm taking you to a new lane. I'm taking you to the bigger platform. I'm taking you out of the Miami streets that you know, and I'm gonna put you in West Palm Beach Street where you gotta Google a little bit more, where you gotta trust me, because now Google ain't cutting up. You like, I know that address was 1753, and you trying to figure out how to get there. Not that you not coming into somebody else's lane, but God is allowing you to see, okay, are you really go? Because you got in this little car. Are you started out in a little car, and now God done gave you a bigger car to drive in, and you were so used to the little car because you know how to turn that little Toyota 88 in that car. You'd have whipped that car real quick. But now God is saying, but God is saying absolutely not. And so this goes to anybody that has listened to us on tonight that is coming in. If you don't get anything else that we've already said, we want you to know that collaboration is not a bad thing. Competition is not a bad thing, but collaboration is a great thing. But this may be the season that God is going to take you out of that lane, not the lane that He has for your life, but just that lane of being complacent, of being comfortable, of being like, I know this street. He's getting ready to take you to unfamiliar territories because now each of us have a new realm of women that we have to touch. So we might outgrow Fort Lauderdale or Miami or West Palm Beach because now he is saying, all right, Cherolyn, all right, Maggie, all right, Mavis, you ladies, you've done good on these streets around here, but now it's time to step out on faith and move to a different lane. Now you're going to have to really trust me to move.
Yes,
I have more women for y'all to connect.
Correct.
I have more women to pour into. So y'all got this lane down. You know how each of you know how to get to your house with your eyes closed.
Yes.
On a good road, you're gonna be like, go this way. Matter of fact, you know the back ways too. You know a few alleys you could go down that don't have no garbage cans in the road that you could get to your house sometime. Because those are streets we are familiar with. But then when God begins to move us out of those streets and allow us to go over to the highway now, go over to 5-9. Matter of fact, take you out there to Alligator Alley and make you get the barricades on the tar road, then now you're looking at life a little bit more different. You like, wait a second, you didn't tell me it was just gonna be me and 518 wheelers out here, but God said, you trust me, I'll make sure you get from point A.
You're gonna get to your destination.
By yourself if you need to. And if you need to take somebody, I'll make sure that they're with you. But so you got to trust me when it's time to switch lanes, because you may have outgrown that lane and now I'm going to put you in a new lane. But now where it was only one car, now there's 5 cars. So now you got to know how to say, am I going in the slow lane or I'm taking the fast lane? Am I weaving in and out of traffic or I'm going cruise control? Like which am I going to do, God? Show me where I'm going. And so we understand that. Then we understand when God switches our lane. But Maggie, I got exactly what you were saying. Because it's just some things I ain't going to do. I'd be like, no, that ain't my lane. Let me stay over here. Let me stay over here. Listen, everyone, we appreciate y'all for joining us in on tonight. I want the ladies to go around. I want you ladies to share your platforms with them. If you have any upcoming events coming on, please let everyone know how they can reach you, how they can connect with you, some way, somehow. I know and I hope that whoever watched this or is watching this, one, we appreciate you for taking the time out to join in with us on tonight. And so we'll shoot around the room. We'll start with Maggie. And Maggie, go ahead and let the people know who you are again, where they can find you at, what upcoming events that you have, all of those good things about you.
Okay, I am Maggie Lane. I'm the founder of the women's group Dreamers Like Me, where I host monthly events where women can come together and we visit different restaurants or we find fun things to do together. Just let your hair down. But I host monthly events. You can find me on Facebook, Dreamers Like Me, or even my name, Maggie Lane. I'm on Facebook as well, and also on Instagram, Dreamers Like Me 82. And the upcoming event that we have is the Melanin Brunch, which is going to be at the Foxy Brown restaurant. I have reserved for women to come, and we're going to be dressed in all brown and just celebrate being beautiful Black queens. And that's going to be February 25th at 1 p.m.
Check that out.
Right. Next, Mavis.
I like that. I'm gonna check that out, Maggie.
Yes.
My name is Mavis Harper, Hope Advancement Group Inc. Hope Advancement Group, our mission is to embrace, educate, and empower women and children through innovative workshops, life skill development, mentorship. We provide hardship accommodations for families. If you're in need of clothing, if you're in need of food, if you're in need of other type of financial resources, you can find us on Instagram at Hope Advancement Group Inc. You can also find us on Facebook, Hope Advancement Group, and also our website, www.hopeadvancementgroupinc.org. We also have a chat group on Facebook. It's a private chat group with all women in it. In that group, we not talking all business stuff. They just let their hair down and talk about all type of stuff from
They do.
what's taking place, different experiences, men wearing compression socks by trying to please them, all type of weird stuff. But we have some good conversations. So y'all come join us. And we look forward to just continuing to be a driving force in the community. And we're looking to just be here for you all. And once again, thank you, Jabrina. And it was nice being with you, Maggie, and Cherolyn once again.
Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome.
Last but not least, Miss Cherolyn.
Ladies, I had an amazing time with y'all. Jabrina, thank you again for the vision God gave you in order for us, because I never knew Maggie personally, never knew Mavis personally, but now y'all, we connected. Look, get connected, stay connected, and we done built a relationship, honey.
Hey,
So
you know, y'all know we connected. We got a whole group chat.
Okay.
right. Well, I'm your girl, Cherolyn Davis. I'm the founder of GIRLFessionals Incorporated, which is a creative platform for business owners and professionals, where we give you the tools, the techniques, and the takeaways as well too, through our experiences as an aspiring entrepreneur. We meet every other month, so we meet bi-monthly. Our next event will be the Galentine's Day event, our Galentine's, which our speaker for that day will be Miss Shariza J. She will be joining us at Barisco's here in Pompano Beach, and that's on February 17th. You can get your tickets at the website, www.girlfessionals.org. It's this February 17th, and it's our Galentine's Day event. So we're going to be having, we're going to have fun. We're going to network, of course, and just love on your sisters. We do have other things that we do outside of the organization as well too. But you can check our website. You can follow us on Instagram at GIRLFessionals. You can follow us on Twitter as well. Everything GIRLFessionals. Everything GIRLFessionals. And like Mavis, we do have a private group as well called the Collaborators as well on Facebook. So I look forward to connecting with each and every one of you. Love you.
Don't get on somebody love you like you about to hang up. Be like, love you, girl. Bye. Click.
Okay.
Again. I want to thank you, ladies, for taking your time out on this beautiful Tuesday. Like I said, I would not have it any other way but to start the first CHATBOX season, the first CHATBOX series for 2024, discussing collaboration versus competition, for the mere fact that we put on such an amazing event back in December. And so to give people the idea, because each of us have organizations that serve women. And so a lot of times people want to collaborate, but they want to collaborate with people that don't do the same thing that they do. And so it's a different movement when you collaborate with people that do the same thing you're doing, and you can move in love, you can move in unity, you can move because you understand that the purpose behind the collaboration is not for the organization, but it's for the women that we will serve. And so
Correct.
That's why it was so near and dear to me to bring you ladies on, because yes, of course I knew we all had the same type of things that we do. That's why we did the 100 women going to the movies. But then a lot of people don't
200.
Sorry, you always correct me when I say that. I'm thinking about the flyer, Cherolyn. I'm thinking about the flyer. Every time, I don't care where we are, I'll be like, so we had 100. She be like, 200. I'm like, you're right, 200 women. But a lot of times people don't know how to, going back to the roles again, people don't know how to collaborate with people that do the same thing that they do. Yep. And so we were in the flesh, meaning people could actually see what was happening at that moment. And so I'm grateful that you ladies gave your yes, because your yes brought in 200 women to see, wait a second now, I know Cherolyn and Jabrina got the same, like they serve women, and they say Maggie and who is Mavis? Like, because I'm sure that was a conversation that we didn't hear, or maybe some of y'all did. But it was a blessing, and then now they can see what it means to you ladies, in that it was authentic, it was real, it was us being pure, it was us, because at the end of the day, our mutual goal, our goal in mind, was for people to see what sisterhood looked like by the end of the year. And so if they had not experienced sisterhood January, February, March, April, June, July, August, September, October, November, we made sure that they could see what sisterly love looked like, where they can see what real connections look like, where they can see unity looks like, where they can see all of that and then see it from a real standpoint. It wasn't, they saw it right at that moment. And so I appreciate you ladies for giving your yes, because we were able to serve the women that God would have come to the movies on tonight. Listen, this is not y'all last time being on the chat box. In the chat box, I'm gonna give y'all a break for a little bit. You know, it'd be like, oh, okay, I got another topic. Let me see if they belong to that topic, because I want people to understand this platform is not my platform. This is us, whoever I bring on here, because it allows people to have those real, raw, and relatable conversations, or to at least hear them, that we are real people. A lot of people get confused to look at posts, but we're real people. And ladies and gentlemen, if you have never connected with anybody, if you live on that mantra, no new friends, I wish you well, and I pray that you change your life, because because you gonna either, well, one, not even either, you gonna always learn from a collaboration, whether it's good to you or whether it's a lesson. You're going to always learn from a collaboration. So collaborate with somebody. We look forward to seeing y'all collaborating on social media. Some way, somehow, we're going to be like, oh, look, they collaborated.
Tag us when you do it.
We've came up with another hashtag.
Right.
Because we want to know. We really want to know. We want, matter of fact, we want to come to the collaboration.
Correct. This look good, Jabrina. This look good. Let me tell
Yes,
you why
yes.
this look good. This look for Black / African American colored women. This look good.
Wow.
And if we stay in the mind frame of friendly competition, we'll change the trajectory of what collaboration looks like.
Yeah.
If we just stay with them in the mind frame and not knowing that and don't think that everybody out to get you, because they're not. And people want to learn from you. People want to learn from you, and you can learn from them. So don't be afraid to collaborate. Don't be afraid to collaborate. Don't be afraid, and share your gift. Share your gift. Some of us are scared to tell other women what we did to get where we are. But like you said earlier, Jabrina, what's for me is for me. My audience is not your audience. Your audience is not Maggie's audience. Maggie's audience is not Mavis' audience. So we can't be afraid to share our experiences. Can't be afraid to share the knowledge that we have. We can't be. I mean, we just can't. Don't be afraid. Fear don't live here. It don't reside. So I just wanted to leave them with that. Like, don't be afraid. Just talk to somebody. Open your mouth and talk to
If
somebody.
you need a friend, we are here.
And you know what, ladies? Jabrina, before we go, because I know our time is up, I want to say this real fast. I was reading Philippians 2, 2 and 2, and it says,
Hold on, you just read that just now, Pastor. No, I'm joking.
yes. It says, if you have any encouragement from being united with Christ, if any comfort from his love, if any common sharing in the spirit, if any tenderness and compassion, then make my joy complete by being like-minded, having the same love, being one in spirit and of one mind. Do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. Rather, in humility, valuing others above yourself, not looking for your own interest, but each of you to the interest of others. So I just wanted to share that.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
So what y'all trying to tell me? We about to have a whole nother group with just us, and then we're gonna be going around telling people how to collaborate and be competitive for friendliness, and we're gonna have a whole conference on this. Come on, conference. That's what we're gonna do.
Yes.
I told you that. I told you that once before.
Divine
That once before. This was years ago.
This
was years ago. I told you that once before.
This is what we doing.
That we need to do a conference.
This it's done.
It's done.
It's done. Listen, we done burst something right on this live. Sorry, y'all. We about to have we gonna have to
on this good Tuesday.
On this good too, honey.
On
I
this
feel
good
like
Tuesday.
I thought I was gonna tell Cherolyn when she was talking about the movie. I said, now don't start crying, because I get a little teary eye. I didn't know if you was choking up over there, right?
It's
I was like, look, I was like, get it together, friend.
I was over there saying the same thing. Wait, I was saying get it together, but I was like, cry.
That's how your friends do. That's how your friends do.
Right, we like cry. Yeah, friend. Okay, don't cry no more. But listen, y'all, and again, y'all are seeing the real us. Y'all seeing the authentic us, and so this is what collaboration looks like. I want to say this too, because going back to what you said, Cherolyn, like Mavis, Cherolyn, and Maggie didn't know each other. And so it's a blessing to see the connection now. You understand what I'm saying? Going back, because Cherolyn could have said, well, Jabrina, I'm cool with you, but I don't know them. So, Tim, any of y'all could have said it, because I was the only mutual person. But when it's divinely instructed and divinely ordered, it works the way that it needs to work. We're able to have conversations and then come back and get it all right to make sure the process works for everybody. And so that's what
Correct.
it is truly all about. When you're able to collaborate with people, that's okay. I hear you guys. Don't worry about it. We'll be back on here. I'm about to just open up a show just for them, and then we're gonna talk. We're gonna have a. We'll talk about this. I'm gonna still have the chat box for real raw and relatable conversations. For
Please,
I
please.
gotta open up something totally different for y'all.
A whole nother.
I'm gonna be slow drinking water. Then I'm gonna be like this.
It is a lot that is coming out tonight that could be broken down so much about sisterhood and collaboration. It is a lot, and of course, there's other women that we could reach out to that still have organizations like ours. But to truly set this foundation for people to understand, because going back, the collaboration was not a all mutual collaboration, meaning I was the only person. So it wasn't, you had to step out of a lane like, okay, I know her, but I don't know them. And some people will say no to the assignment because they don't know everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And so you miss the blessing because you want to be connected to everybody when you walk in instead of trying to connect to everybody before you walk out.
That's right. Come on now. Yeah.
So now you miss the blessing. Because now, I don't know her, so I don't know her. I know you, but I'm gonna just be how we be. Friend, we could just do it with us. No, let's bring in other people.
Yeah,
because that's the only way 200 people was gonna come. But yeah, we gonna end it because it'll be 9 o'clock. We so sorry, y'all. We done been on here. I told them 30 minutes, no longer than an hour. It has been an hour and 26 minutes and counting. It say, I see it on my end, 1 hour, 26 minutes, 34, 35, 36, 30.
Hey, counting.
I even see Keisha still up on his feet. I said, "Oh, Keisha's still up at almost 9 o'clock." Okay, wait.
So we're gonna let y'all go. God has downloaded in me to bring a platform just for these women, and so I'm gonna see how we're gonna build this out, and we're gonna come up with a mutual date that we get on once a month, and we're gonna have these type of conversations. And then, then y'all gonna come up with some of the topics because I only could worry about the chat box topics. I need y'all to come up with some of the other topics. I know y'all gonna get it. Y'all got it together, and we gonna add these people. Yeah, listen, they talking about exactly. So we gonna figure this out how we gonna do this. That's another conversation. I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all so much. But we about to bring on a whole different, all of that good stuff. We about to do that. So we got some stuff we want to talk about. And so again, it is the 3rd Tuesday of January. It is the first night in the chat box. I am super excited. I'm so blessed that I've had these women in the chat box. If you're just joining, if you watch this whole thing, we appreciate y'all tonight. We appreciate y'all. We appreciate your comments. We appreciate you being active with us. And if you're just coming on, we appreciate you too. Share this.
Drop in the comments where y'all watching from, because I seen someone watching from Louisiana. Drop in the comments where y'all watching from.
Yeah,
right.
There you go.
Right,
See,
right.
That's why.
Or before we leave, if they, I'm sorry, or before they leave, if they got a question, like real quick, like let's be quick about it. You got 2 minutes, like at the funeral. At the phone, we got 2 minutes.
And if we don't, but I could say if we don't answer it, because we're coming back with this whole
we can save it for later.
Podcast. You can save it for later.
Yes,
save it for the next.
So y'all, we'll talk outside because y'all got homework to do. I ain't doing this by myself, y'all. I ain't doing it by myself, y'all. It's gonna be right here. We're gonna be ready to go. Stream, y'all already ready. We're gonna be boom. Let's go. Keep on moving. But that's what it is. And so we appreciate each of you for watching us on tonight. If you're just joining in, I'm super excited. Thank you. Yes, y'all stay tuned because we just birthed something totally new on tonight. We appreciate y'all. Will you ladies have mentorship programs? Yes, reach out to them. Watching from Tamarack, Florida. Mentorships programs, I think, is amongst all of us. Just go on everybody's website, check it out, inbox them, do all of that good stuff. They'll be back on next month. once we talk about this, I said looking forward to part 2. They'll be back on next month. We're gonna figure it out. They cannot take third Tuesdays, because third Tuesdays is already on the CHATBOX schedule. But we're coming back. We're gonna come up with a whole different name, and we about to be in this thing. I appreciate y'all for being in the CHATBOX. I appreciate y'all for watching. We're gonna catch y'all next time with them. I'm gonna catch y'all because they ain't gonna be on my next one because they got the takeover spirit. I'm joking. They take over and things birth right live right at that moment. That's a whole baby drop right out of you right at that moment. They are going to be on another platform, and we're going to have a good time with you. But I, Jabrina Speaks, will see you with some new guests the third Tuesday of February. I'm excited about that. I love y'all. Y'all follow each of them so y'all can stay tuned to when we coming back together, because we will be back with some more conversations for our sisters and for everybody that's connected to us. Y'all have an amazing Tuesday night. We love y'all. I love y'all. Good night.
Love you more.
Good night. Have a good one.
Night. Okay.